Hello, my name is Gabriel Federico and I'm going to present prenatal music therapy for maternal health in a global crisis, the work we did together with my colleague and friend Hope Young, founder of the Center for Music Therapy in Austin, Texas, where I had the honor to work as a consultant in a project where the Center for Music Therapy, together with Gomo Health Company, create an online service to support pregnant families and newborns. The presentation will be divided in two parts. The first part will be about how music therapy have also partnered with the technology companies to provide daily support to mothers on how to use music activity at home to improve the baby's and mom's health. The second part, I will talk to you about the theoretical foundations that supports the practice of prenatal music therapy with the new realities we have had to adapt to in order to move forward with telehealth music therapy. Maternal health is in decline around the world. Experience of isolation during the pandemic, war, immigration crisis, collapse of social networks has all increased depression and anxiety for expecting mothers. Collaborations in response to this are forming around the world to bring the power of music therapy to improve maternal and child outcomes. This material was developed specifically for the digital platform users who are expecting, and they receive text messages every day. Pregnant people who subscribe receive the information at the moment. They do not need to download any app. They receive information of interest every day. During the 12, 18, and 32nd week of pregnancy, the users receive specific material with tips and simple music activities to practice at home or wherever they are. The benefits of this service is that users can receive attention anywhere they are. Some services provided by this platform are access to healthcare, health literacy, Maslow hierarchy of needs, overwhelm and information overload, support, social determination of health, and empowerment. According to the study published in Obstetrics and Gynecology 21, the effects of a music and singing intervention during pregnancy on maternal well-being and mother-infant bonding, a randomized control study. Singing interventions could be an easy to implement and effective addition to improve mood and well-being of the expectant mother and support mother-infant bonding. You got the reference on screen. Why focus on music for bonding? According to a 21 obstetrics and gynecology published study on the effects of a music and singing intervention during pregnancy on maternal well-being and mother-infant bonding, it was found that there was an immediate positive effect from prenatal music. Decreased cortisol, the stress hormone, and increases oxytocin, bonding hormone that is secreted when feeling pleasure, and it also increased the perceived closeness between mom and baby. Among the non-pharmaceutical interventions, we find musical experience, heat applications, visualization, massage, meditation, deep breathing, among others. In the following video, you will be able to see an advertisement related to sound in relation to the baby's hearing and its care. Here, you will see what is sent to pregnant women in week 12 on how to use music to promote bonding. At the same time, they receive suggested music activities such as relaxing while listening to music, talking, humming, singing to your baby, and moving to music you enjoy. In the week 18, it is explained that the baby can already hear, and it is suggested to use the voice and ambient music so that the sound surrounds the environment, always keeping in mind that the volume should not be too high. Next is the video. In the week 32, information is sent to prepare the baby's arrival. It is suggested to use music as a tool, since it could be very beneficial and powerful. The activities are using music to count the kicks, choosing a birth song, and find a song that shoots your baby to sleep. And next, the last video of this part. I would like to give special thanks to our model Paola Felix. She is also a music therapist and was collaborator in this project. Paola was pregnant at the time we were working on the project, so it was a perfect timing. Okay, let's start with the second part of the presentation. The theoretical foundation behind prenatal music therapy is related to three main levels of the bonding approach: the concept of the spheres of pregnancy and their imbalances. As we can see in the design, the outer circle is the mother-to-be, the middle circle is the unborn baby, and the bond is at the center. These three levels are consistently interacting with each other during pregnancy. In this circle, the objectives are to work with the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual world of the pregnant person to provide a better understanding of their fears, expectations, anxieties, fantasies, illusions, projections, in order to feel better. In the circle of the unborn baby, the goal is to stimulate the baby during gestation through bonding activities that will benefit his or her development. In the bonding area, we will try to establish and strengthen the connection between the mother, her partner, family, and the baby starting at the pregnancy. We will see also divide each of these three levels in four spheres: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And we will see how each one can activate or block the other. The physical sphere is the one that is most acknowledged by obstetric medicine. This sphere is tangible. The body is weighted, the blood is analyzed, everything can be seen and measured. The organism experiences big, significant transformations which are imprinted on it from the beginning of gestation. The physical sphere is where the hormonal changes take place. The mental sphere is where all the intellectual processes which have to do with reasoning or thinking take place. It is also where thoughts are interwoven and the baby is projected. The emotional sphere is where the childhood memories related to motherhood emerge. Memories directly related to her own mother, to her own birth, vivid memories that she remembers or birthing stories told by someone else. The spiritual sphere comprehends the existential meaning of human beings. This sphere is not necessarily related to a religious aspect. It takes a holistic approach in regards to why we are in the world and how humanity continues its evolution with the arrival of a new baby. The spiritual sphere is the one that will compensate for those situations in which the results are adverse. For example, when it is known that the baby has a diagnosis of Down syndrome or must undergo to a heart surgery at birth, we may have the biological explanation, but why me? It needs a safe space. Imbalance is for me a main concept. It occurs when there is no coordination or correspondence between facts, situations, thoughts, processes, or phenomena and involves a mismatch or what regularly or functionally should be have occurred. Here we have a complete map of the three levels and the four spheres that allow us to find when some type of imbalance are present. For example, if had a miscarriage at the 26 weeks and it's pregnant again, she will limit her connection with the baby until she passed through the week in which she had the trauma. So from that moment on, if she is going to be able to connect with her baby, this will cause the baby to lack emotional gestation time at birth, creating an imbalance. Another extreme case of imbalance could be a person who goes to the emergency room of an hospital or clinic because of abdominal pains and it's in labor. This case shows us an extreme imbalance between the physical sphere and the other spheres. But the impact of the imbalance of the spheres can be normal or pathological. Normal in the first months of life, in which the mother and the baby are getting to know each other and adapting. But if after 4 months the mother still does not know what her baby needs when she or he is crying, we could think of a pathological situation. The first place where the manifestation of imbalance of the spheres occurs is in the most intimate point of connection that the baby has with his mother once it is born, in breastfeeding. So, in the physical sphere, we can see that mom does not have enough milk. The baby does not latch or refuse to breathe. The baby frenulum is too short, tongue-tied, or her breasts are short. In the mental sphere, mom does not understand baby's needs. The baby is very irritable and cannot calm down or regulate himself or herself, and baby cries until exhausted and fall asleep. In the emotional sphere, mom does not tolerate her baby's crying or demands. She is afraid of hurting the baby or is afraid to the baby of the baby. The baby is unstable. The baby has calm insomnia. And in the spiritual sphere, the mother may feel it as a miracle or as a burden of guilt, perception of angel or demon, and they cannot bond. One of the most important challenges presented by the pandemic were start online service, limit sensory experiences, readapt activities, understand that it's also possible to carry out successful experiences, and to be witness on how our practice can expand beyond the place where we live. The workshops were multiplying, and we were seeing how it was possible to work with larger and larger groups. But what I think is the most significant is the gift that the pandemic left us, and that was the possibility of witnessing the development of a human being from the very beginning. Assisting online allowed us to have a session, and 2 days later, we were able to continue our work, but with the baby in its mother's arms. And all the theory had been throughout from a face-to-face development, and this invite us to reformulate the theory. To close, I leave you a video with some images for our prenatal music therapy work. Thank you very much.